Hello and welcome to Optimal Expression, where we embrace our greatest potential to manifest our wildest dreams. Good people, you know what time it is? It's Manifest Mondays. Now, last week I talked about the law of assumption and I talked about how I manifested a few jobs. Now, I figured we'd switch it up a little bit this week, and I'm going to talk about one of my favorite topics: love. Love, love, because I'm a Scorpio and I'm a sucker for love. What can I say? Let's talk about manifesting love. So, last week I talked about the law of assumption and how it's important to assume whatever you want to be true. Because even though it may be false at the time, your persistence in that assumption will harden that idea into fact. Okay? That's what I talked about last week. And to touch on that just a little bit more, because that's something that I'm going to go over again and again. I'm being purposely redundant here. I'm being purposely redundant. Okay? I'm going to go over it again and again. So, just to hint on the law of assumption a little bit more, part of the reason why that works is because facts change. Okay? Think about it. Barack Obama was once the president. He's not the president anymore. That's just one example of how facts change. Okay? Just like you can be unhealthy right now. All right? But your health situation can improve and that can change. Right? You may be single now. But okay, that's today's fact. Okay? But that can change. You may be broken unemployed now, but that's another fact that can change. So when we're using the law of assumption, regardless of what we're seeing today, okay, because we understand that facts change. Just because it's true today doesn't mean it's going to always be true unless you remain in that energy, okay? And part of the way we change the energy is by utilizing the law of assumption, assuming whatever you want to be true, regardless of what your senses tell you. Because we understand that today's picture is the result of yesterday's thoughts and feelings. All right? But now that we've gotten that review out the way, here's something else that I want to touch on, and that is impressing the subconscious mind. Now, the purpose for a lot of the things we do is to impress the subconscious mind. That's the reason why we use affirmations. If you tell yourself something long enough, you'll begin to believe it, regardless of if it's a fact or not. Okay? That's because reality is malleable. The facts are malleable. Things change. Okay? So, with that being said, impressing the subconscious mind, and some things we need to understand about manifesting, because the only way you manifest anything is when you impress the subconscious mind with a new idea, or a new state of being, a new thought. Okay? When you impress a new thought on the subconscious mind, it will actualize. Now, some things to understand about the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is most impressionable in the early morning when you first wake up, and it's also most impressionable as you fall asleep at night. Okay? Those are two areas, or two times, I should say, when the subconscious mind is most impressionable, meaning those are the times when it's easiest to impress the subconscious mind. And it's good to know this because when we're trying to consciously manifest something, we want to catch it when it's easiest for us. It's almost like when you know you wanted something as a child. You knew there were certain times you shouldn't ask your parent, because if they weren't in the best of moods after work, you probably shouldn't approach them at that time. Same concept here with the subconscious mind, okay? The subconscious mind is most impressionable when you first wake up in the morning and as you're drifting off to sleep. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to talk about how I utilized the law of assumption, the imagination, the and when I first wake up in the morning and falling asleep. Okay? So, as I go into my story of how I attracted love. All right. How I manifested a relationship. So, I had been single for quite some time and I was ready to get back out there again. So, what did I do? I signed up for a very friendly dating app. Yeah, I did it. I mean, that's kind of way to go now, right? But anyway, I get on the dating app, and quite honestly, I'm not having the best of luck at first. The people who like me, I don't like them, and vice versa. And then I came across a profile, and it was almost like everything stopped. Okay. And I had to start to myself, I have to have this one. Okay. Now, mind you, I was not having the best of luck. So, this is what I did. As I came across her profile and I looked through it, okay, all the pictures very pretty. And, and I'm knowing that I'm definitely going to thumbs up this one, right? So, I say an internal affirmation to myself, something to the likes of, she's going to like me as much as I like her. She likes me too. And I get this feeling drummed up inside of me of like this really intense attraction, okay? Beaming and like feeling like that feeling you have when you have a crush on someone, okay? So I get all excited and I say these affirmations off the top of my head about how much she likes me, okay? And thank you. I always have to give gratitude. I give it to thumbs up. It wasn't really a thumbs up, but you get how I'm going with this, right? Yes, I like this person. Green, whatever. You know how it goes. So anyway, I want to say in short time, maybe a day or two later, bam, it was a match. What? I'm gassed, okay? Because I'm telling you, this chick was hot. So, all right, cool. We had a few conversations, very short, very general, small talk. All right? Small talk. And sometimes it would take her days to even answer me back. All right? I'm not having the best success. Okay? So it's time to take things to another level. So it's imagination time. And one of the things that I did was, as I was driving home, I would imagine her sitting next to me in the car. I would imagine a song coming on and both of us enjoying the music. I would imagine singing to her. I would imagine holding her hand. I would do all of this in the car. Okay? So don't get me wrong. Don't close your eyes and go into a meditative state while you're driving. That's not safe. All right? But I could look at my passenger seat and envision her there. Okay? Other things. I would imagine her paying me a visit, sitting on my couch. I would imagine us cuddled up. I would use the imagination, okay, in those times. And another thing, I would imagine her responding to me in the way that I liked, okay? So I did this for about 2 weeks consistently, all right? Pretty much almost daily. I'm imagining her in my life in some capacity, sitting next to me on my couch in my car, watching a movie, cuddled up, all of that. And just for the record, I didn't imagine any nasty stuff. That's another show. All right. So I did this for almost 2 weeks. And then the communication picked up. And now, all of a sudden, she's responding, more quickly. And I want to say within a week of that, we set up a chance to meet one another. So the chemistry seemed to be there right away. And man, things moved pretty quickly. The attraction was there, the chemistry was there, and we wanted the same things. And I want to say it was within 2 months. It wasn't even a full 2 months, maybe a month and a half, but definitely more like a month. We'll say a month and some change, okay? Within a month and some change, it was official. We were officially together, and I had manifested a relationship. And we was good. We was happy. It was a good relationship until, well, sometimes relationships get ill. All right? Next episode. How do you manifest a reconciliation? Okay. So I had a situation where me and my girl was broke up. I missed her a lot. Badly. Really missed her. Okay. Realizing where I messed up. And I gotta make this right. But I know not to just reach right out. You don't reach right out. You gotta do some work first. So put the imagination to work. And one of the things I would do often is I would go to sleep imagining that I was holding her in my arms and telling her good night. Okay? Now, I did that more consistently than anything else. I didn't really use the imagination in meditation as much. Okay? But I'm saying I would imagine as I was falling asleep that I was holding her. Another thing I would do, I would as like anticipating that she would sleep over, I would put a towel on the rack in the bathroom for her. Face towel, everything. Put everything on the rack, okay? And imagine the conversation. Imagining the conversation going the way I wanted. Imagining that she missed me too. Imagining that she was able to forgive me. Please forgive me. Okay. And before I even made any attempt or phone call or anything, I probably did that for about a week and a half. All right. Then I made the phone call. And, well, to make a long story short, we ended up back together. And I found myself holding her as I was going to sleep, saying good night, just as I had imagined before. It's real. Okay, I'm telling you, it's real. Something like, for example, you want to imagine as many details as you can. I would imagine the way her hair smelled. I would imagine the way her skin feels against my body or her body against my body. I would even position my arms in a way as if I was actually holding her. Okay, these type of details impress the subconscious mind as you're falling asleep. Okay, now be careful when you try to manifest a specific person because you're picking that person. That's you. And though you can manifest a person into your reality, it doesn't mean that it's going to be successful. You pick them. Okay, now, in my experience in manifesting, I've learned when it comes to love, it's best to let the universe pick, okay? Well, that's all I got for you today, all right? I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the series as much as I am. Please drop me a comment, share a story of your own if you like. And I'll see you all, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time on Optimal Expression. Peace and love.